Hello, welcome back. I'm glad you came back. Otherwise, I'd be sitting here reading to myself, wouldn't I? But that would be okay too. So, Mr. Stink. Chapter 4. It's called Drivel. Drivel. Drivel means foolish, nonsense, childish, if you like. So either somebody's talking rubbish or talking childishly or talking foolishly, or they've written something foolish or childish or nonsense. We'll have to wait and see, won't we? Let's see what happens, shall we? Now, I've already done my exercises. Do you need to do yours? Okay. The only thing I haven't done now I'm ready to read. I'm comfortable. My eyes, my nose, my ears, my mouth are ready. I'm ready. Are you ready? Excellent. Let's get stuck in, shall we? Mr. Stink by David Walliams, Chapter 4, Drivel. Terrified of being late for homework hour, Chloe began to quicken her pace. She didn't want her mother to ask questions about where she'd been or who she'd been talking to. Mrs. Crumb would be horrified to find out her daughter had been sitting on a bench with someone she would describe as a soap dodger. Grown-ups always have a way of ruining everything, Chloe thought. She stopped hurrying, though, when she saw that she was about to pass Raj's sweet shop. Just one chocolate bar, she thought. Chloe's love of chocolate made her one of Raj's best customers. Raj ran the local newsagent shop. He was a big, jolly jelly of a man, as sweet and colourful as his slightly overpriced sweets. Today, though, what Chloe really needed was some advice. And maybe some chocolate, of course. Just one bar, maybe two. "Ah, Miss Chloe," said Raj as she entered the shop. "What can I tempt you with today?" "Hello, Raj," said Chloe, smiling. She always smiled when she saw Raj. It was partly because he was such a lovely man, and partly because he sold chocolate. "I have some Rolos on special offer," announced Raj. "They've gone out of date and hardened. You might lose your teeth as you chew, but at 10p off, you can't really argue, can you?" Let me think," said Chloe, looking round the shelves of the sweet shop. There's a picture of Raj. He does look like a big jolly jelly of a man, doesn't he? And here's Chloe. So Chloe's looking around the shop. She's, I don't know what to choose. What shall I get? Don't know. I had half a Lion bar earlier. You're welcome to make me an offer on that. On the other half, I'll take upwards of 15p. No, I think I'll just take a crunchy. Thanks, Raj. Buy 7 crunchy bars and you get the 8th one free, said Raj. Absolutely free. No thanks, Raj. I only want one. She put the money down on the counter. 55p. Money well spent, considering the nice feeling that chocolate would give her as it slipped down her throat. Oh, and into her tummy. But Chloe, don't you understand? This is a unique opportunity to buy chocolate-covered honeycomb bar at a dramatic saving. I don't need 8 crunchy bars, Raj, said Chloe. I need some advice. I don't think I'm clearly responsible enough to give out advice, said Raj without a hint of irony, but I'll try. Chloe loved talking to Raj. He wasn't a parent or a teacher, and whatever you said to him, he would never judge you, however. Chloe still gulped slightly, because she was about to attempt another little lie. Well, there's this girl I know at school, she began. Yes, a girl at school, not you. No, somebody else. Right, said Raj. Chloe gulped again and looked down. Well, she couldn't look him in the eye, you see, because she wasn't telling the truth, because she's saying it's about her, but she's told Raj it's about somebody else, and she's a bit embarrassed. She gulped and looked down, unable to meet his gaze. Well, this friend of mine, she started talking to this tramp, and she really likes talking to him, but her mother would blow a fuse if she knew, so my friend doesn't know what to do. Raj looked at Chloe expectantly. Yes. And what is your question exactly? Well, Raj, said Chloe, do you think it's wrong to talk to tramps? Well, it's not good to talk to strangers, said Raj, and you should never let anyone give you a lift in a car. Right, said Chloe, disappointed. Which is true, isn't it? You should never talk to strangers or get into a car with someone you don't know, never. But Chloe was disappointed by this. Right. But a tramp is just somebody without a home, said Raj. Too many people walk on by and pretend they're not there. Yes, said Chloe. Yes, that's what I think too. Raj smiled. Any one of us could become homeless one day. I could see nothing wrong with talking to a tramp, just like you would anybody else. Thanks, Raj. I will. I'll tell her. This girl at school, I mean. What's this girl's name? Stephen. Sarah. Stuart. Sarah. No, definitely Sarah. It's you, isn't it? Said Raj, smiling. Yes, said Chloe after a second. You're a very sweet girl, Chloe. It's lovely that you would take time to talk to a tramp. There, but for the grace of God, go you and I. Thanks, Raj. She went a little bit red in her cheeks. She was embarrassed by the compliment. Now, what can you buy your friend for Christmas? Said Raj as he scoured the shop, trying to find something for a good idea. I have a box full of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stationery sets, like envelopes and writing paper. I can't seem to shift it. It's yours for $3.99. In fact, if you buy one, I'll give you 10. I'm not really sure a tramp has any need for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stationery set. But thanks anyway, Raj. Well, we all have need of a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stationery set, Chloe. You've got your Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles pencil, your Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles eraser, your Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles ruler, your Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle pencil case, You can see where he's going, can't you? I get the idea, Raj, but I'm sorry. I'm not going to buy one. I've got to go, said Chloe, edging out of the shop as she unwrapped her Crunchie. I haven't finished, Chloe. Please, I haven't sold one. You've got your Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle pencil sharpener too, and your... But it was too late. She'd gone. And what's this, young lady? Demanded Mother when she got home. She was standing waiting for her in Chloe's room. Between her index finger and her thumb, was Chloe's exercise book from school. Mother held it as if it was an exhibit in a court case. It's just my maths book, Mother, said Chloe, gulping as she edged into the room. She thinks she might be in trouble. Look, see how Mummy's holding her book. She doesn't look very nice, does she? She doesn't look like she's a friendly mum, does she? No. You might think that Chloe was worried because her maths work wasn't up to scratch, but that wasn't quite it. The problem was Chloe's maths book didn't have any maths in it. The book was supposed to be full of boring numbers and equations, but instead it was positively brimming, overflowing with colourful words and pictures. Spending so much time alone had turned Chloe's imagination into a deep, dark forest. It was a magical place to escape to, and so much more thrilling than real life. Chloe had used the exercise book to write a story about a girl who's sent to school, loosely based on her own school, where all the teachers are secretly vampires. She thought it was much more exciting than boring maths, but Mum clearly didn't agree. If it is your mathematics book, why does it contain this repulsive horror story? Said Mother. This was one of those questions when you aren't supposed to give an answer. No wonder you did so poorly in your mathematics exam. I imagine you spent this time in class writing this drivel. I'm so disappointed in you, Chloe. Chloe felt her cheeks smarting with shame and she hung her head. She didn't think her story was drivel, but she couldn't imagine telling Mother that. Well, don't you have anything to say for yourself? Shouted Mother. Don't you have anything to say for yourself? Shouted Mother. Chloe shook her head. For the second time in a day, she just wanted to disappear. Well, this is what I think of your story, said Mother, as she started trying to rip up the exercise book. She wasn't being very nice, was she? Not at all nice. I mean, how would you want it? Somebody to rip up your story? You wouldn't, would you? I wouldn't want anyone to rip up my story. But please don't, stammered Chloe. No, I'm not paying your school fees for you to waste your time on this rubbish. It's going in the bin. The book was obviously harder to rip than Mother had expected, and it took quite a few attempts to make the first tear. However, soon the book was nothing more than confetti, little tiny pieces of paper. Chloe bowed her head, tears welling up in her eyes. She felt so upset. Mother dropped all the pieces into the bin. Do you want to end up like your father? Do you? Working in a car factory? If you concentrate on your maths and don't get distracted by silly stories, you have a chance of making a better life for yourself. Otherwise, you'll end up wasting your life, just like your father has. Is that what you want? Is it? Is that what you want? Well, How dare you interrupt me, shouted Mother. Chloe hadn't realised this was another one of those questions you're not meant to answer. You'd better buck your ideas up, young lady. Chloe wasn't quite sure what this meant, but it didn't seem like it was the best time to ask. Mother left the room, dramatically slamming the door. Chloe sat down on the edge of her bed. As she buried her face in her hands, she thought of Mr. Stink, sitting alone on his bench with only the Duchess for company. She wasn't homeless like him, but she felt homeless in her heart. Poor Chloe. It's sad, isn't it? So, what do you think might happen next? Do we think things might pick up? Do we think Mr. Stink might come along? It's possible. Do we think Mother's going to be mean to Chloe still? Probably. What about Annabelle? Or Father? Maybe Father's going to come to her rescue. Let's wait and see, shall we? So next time, we're going to read chapter 5, and it's called Abandoned Starbucks. Abandoned Starbucks. What could that mean? Well, we know what Starbucks is, don't we? Abandon means to leave something behind, doesn't it? So, what could it mean? We'll have to wait and see next time. So I'll see you here then. Don't forget, will you? Excellent. I'll be here waiting. I'll see you soon. Take care. And thanks for listening.